Children, see, we have again back with the new lesson that is trees. And I don't think so that for you, you need a big explanation for this topic because already you have learned about the trees in the poem. The trees are the kindest that thing I know, right, children? From there only we have come to know that in what way these trees are helpful for all the living creatures. Am I right? They don't ask anything in return, but they just keep on helping. That is what we have learned there in the poem, right? Here also we have a small story where the tree doesn't ask anything but loses its life by helping the other one. Okay, that is what we learn in this today's lesson, the story. Okay, so here before that going with the lesson, children, just look at this nature. Wow, it's so beautiful, right, children? Just imagine only those huts are there and there are no trees at all. How it may look, children? It doesn't look that good, right? See, whenever there is a function or whenever there is a what do you call any festivals and all, we decorate our house. Am I right? In the same way, just look into the nature, children. See, these trees, they decorate the nature so beautifully. No human beings are helping them. It is by themselves they are just making the nature beautiful, right? And to add up to this, flowers, butterflies also make it so still graceful. Am I right? Yes, of course. They are the what do you call the main assert property of the nature, we can say. So here, as already we know that what are the uses of trees and all, in what way they are helpful for us. Just then we will have a small activity over there in the page number what do you call 46, that is in D1. So in D1 you have a small activity over there, you have to match up with that. Okay, their benefits, what we get from them, the parts of trees is given and the benefits that we get, it is given on the B column. Okay, the first one is leaves. Children, with the leaves we all know that they use to make the cups and plates. Am I right? And then comes stem can be tender also, stems can be strong also, as we call it as trunk. Okay, so these stems are used for like wood for furnitures, means whatever the furniture we made like sofa, table, chair and all, for that they use this stem, that is what you call trunk. Then comes fruits, so it is eaten for taste and energy, right? And the branches, it is a home for birds, right, children? Provide place for birds to rest. So these benefits, I hope you already know about this, and I hope you have matched it with the proper words. Okay, children, before starting the lesson, let us just have a glance on this new words which come across the lesson. Okay, yes. So meanings, lean means to incline or to tilt, right? Tilt means to, you say support sometimes. Okay, when you can't stand all alone without any support, what do you do? If you're feeling so tired, what you do, children? You just take the support of something there. Okay, means you keep your at least shoulder over that, or you keep your hand, you just lean on that. Okay, it is called as leaning. Anxious means worried or nervous, tensed, we can say. Sailor is a person who sails the boat, right? One who takes the ships and the boat, they are called as sailors. And the worried is nothing but tensed, nervous, anxious, as we already heard in the number two, the word. Cruel is very harsh, is heartless, we can say, right? Trembling means shaking or shivering. So whenever you feel cold, you shiver, or whenever you are given a chance to speak on the stage, some children they get so scared, right? They start getting shivered, scared, right? So it is what is called as trembling. And stump is the remaining part of the something which is cut off. Means which is, if it is anything is cut off and the remaining part what is left, na, it is they are called as stump. And children, now as I always do before starting the lesson, I just give the model reading. Okay, so you have to listen to my words carefully and you have to read in the same style. Okay, so ears, keep your ears alert and keep your eyes open and look into the book and listen to me. Here we go. Read the following story. Trees. There is a lovely old story of a tree and a little boy who used to play in its shade. One day, the boy sat leaning against the trunk of the tree, crying he was hungry. Eat my fruit, said the kind tree. Bending down one of its branches, the boy ate the fruit and was happy. The boy grew up. One day he sat under the tree with an anxious look on his face. What is the matter? Asked the tree, who still loved him. I am going to marry and I want a house to live in, said the young man. Cut down my branches and build your house, said the tree. The young man built a house with the branches of the tree. The young man became a sailor. One day he sat under the tree with a worried look. What is the matter? Asked the tree. My captain is a cruel fellow. I want a ship of my own, said the sailor. Cut down my trunk and build a ship. The sailor lost his ship and returned home a helpless old man. On a cold winter's day, he stood where the tree once was. The old man was leaning on his stick and trembling with the cold. Make a fire of me, said the stump of the tree, and warm yourself. The stump of the unselfish tree burned in the fire, softly humming a tune. I hope when I was reading the story, most of you might have understood what's the story all about. Okay, so now we will go by para. Okay, yes. Yes. There is a lovely old story of a tree and a little boy who used to play in its shade. One day the boy sat leaning against the trunk of the tree, crying. So one day it's a lovely story, children. It's a very old story. And one fine day, the name is not mentioned here. He used to play under the tree. Okay. One fine day he sat under the tree and he was crying. Why? Because he was hungry, right? Hungry. He was hungry. He eat my. Then the tree said, why are you crying? He said, I am hungry. Then it bent itself, one of the branches, and told, take my fruits and fill your stomach. So eat my fruit, it said. And the boy did this, did what the tree said. The boy ate the fruit and was happy. The boy now grew up into a young man. Okay. One day he sat under the tree with an anxious look on his face. The another day also the young man, the same boy who has grown up now, again he was sitting under the tree and he was a bit worried, anxious. Then the tree asked, what is the matter? Asked the tree. He said, what happened to you, Baba? Why are you again so sad? You look so tensed. What is the matter? It asked to the boy. I am going to marry and I want a house to live in, said the young man. Then he said, actually, now I am going to get married, but I don't have any house to live in. What shall I do? Then the tree said, cut down my branches and build your house, said the tree. It said, okay, don't worry. You can cut my tree branches and you can build the house. The young man built a house with the branches of a tree. The young man became a sailor. So after this, he made a house with his branches and now he became a sailor. Sailor, I have told you children what is a sailor, right? So a boat is required for that. One day he sat under the tree with a worried look. Again he sat under the tree and his face was dull. And again the tree asked, what happened, Baba? What happened to you? What is the matter? Then the captain, he said, my captain is a cruel fellow. Means his captain in which he was sailing the boat. Now, the captain of the ship was very harsh, stone hearted. I want a ship of my own, said the sailor. He said, so I don't want to work with him. I want my own ship, he said. Then again the tree said, cut down my trunk and build a ship. The sailor lost his ship and returned home in a helpless old man. So many days he just used his ship to what you call cross the big ocean seas and all. Then one fine day, what happened? The sea sank off in the water. Means he lost his ship and he returned back to the as a helpless old man. Now he was not having anything with him. So on a cold winter's day, he stood where the tree once was. So in front, he was very old, and that cold winter day, he came near the tree, which was left out. That is called as a stump. Okay, there he came out, and again he was leaning on his stick and trembling with the cold. He was so means he was feeling so cold, and he was leaning, taking the help of the stick, and he was just standing there. Then the stump spoke. See, you can see in the picture, children, right? See here in the picture you can see that it is called as a stump. That part which is left out, right? It's called as a stump. Okay. Then the tree again spoke. The left out stump he spoke. Make a fire of me, said the stump of the tree, and warm yourself. Warm means to get yourself, make yourself warmth. Okay, from the fire. The stump of the unselfish tree burnt in the fire, softly humming a tune. So without speaking, it was burnt completely, with a humming sound, the sound, okay, when the fire is burnt, and he did not ask anything in return. See, the whole life the man kept on asking the tree, but in return the tree did not ask anything to the man. So that's why we call them as unselfish things, okay, living things, we can say. So we'll just have a glance on these questions, children. Now answer the following questions by completing the sentence work in pairs. Why was the boy crying? Yes, he was crying because uh, he was hungry, right? Where did the boy play? He used to play under the shade of a tree. What did the tree give to the boy? It gave him the apples to fill his stomach. Why did the tree allow the boy to cut down his branches? Because he wanted to build a house, because he was about to marry a girl, right? Yes. Why did the young man need a boat? Because his owner was very harsh, so he wanted to was in need of a new boat. Why did the old man look helpless? The old man looked helpless because even for him also no one was there, right, to take care of him. Money is what you call, uh, because, and he looked helpless because he has lost his ship, and he was now cold also. He was feeling cold, and he had nothing, nowhere to go, so he was standing in front of the tree. How did that tree help the old man? He asked the old man to fire his the stump, okay, which was left out, and you can take the warmth from that tree, right, children? Children, you try to do the d4 and d5, okay, by yourself. But I'll send the answers, don't worry, but you try almost by yourself, okay, children. Thank you.